What happened to Tyrese Haliburton? Rick Carlisle's behind-the-scenes insights. Imagine the heart-stopping moment when Tyrese Haliburton's season and possibly his career trajectory came crashing down. In a pivotal Game 7 of the NBA Finals, the Indiana Pacers were on the brink of history, fueled by Haliburton's electrifying performance. But here's where it gets controversial. Just as he seemed unstoppable, Haliburton's Achilles tendon tore, leaving the arena in stunned silence. Rick Carlisle, the Pacers coach, shared a raw behind-the-scenes glimpse of that devastating moment during an interview on Green Light with Chris Long. Carlisle's words painted a vivid picture of the emotional turmoil. In that moment, it's so difficult. You guys can imagine what it might be like. That series was a tough series, and you have to give Oklahoma a lot of credit. They were favored in every game in that series, and that's real pressure. And we were just attacking and trying to give ourselves a chance in the end. The Pacers had started Game 7 with a bang, thanks to Haliburton's 3 consecutive three-pointers. The team was riding high, but the injury swiftly shifted the game's dynamics. Despite a valiant effort to rally, the Pacers couldn't recover from the loss of their star player. Carlisle reflected on the team's resilience, but acknowledged the game's inevitable outcome following Haliburton's injury. And this is the part most people miss. While the Pacers fought bravely, the game's fate was sealed the moment Haliburton hit the floor. His role as the team's primary ball handler and pace setter was irreplaceable, especially in such a high-stakes game. The what-if scenario of Haliburton remaining injury-free lingers as one of the most significant in NBA history. This heartbreaking turn of events not only affected the Pacers' championship aspirations, but also raised questions about Haliburton's future. The road to recovery from an Achilles tear is long and arduous, and the basketball world watches with bated breath, hoping for his triumphant return. What do you think? Can the Pacers bounce back from this setback? And what does Haliburton's future hold? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Pacers already using power rankings as motivation heading into next season. Imagine this. The Indiana Pacers, perennial underdogs, are once again defying the odds. Despite their impressive journey to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, few believed they could replicate that success this season. Yet, they stunned everyone by reaching Game 7 of the NBA Finals, only to be narrowly defeated by the Thunder. It's evident that they flourish when underestimated. Now, with the devastating news of Tyrese Haliburton's season-ending Achilles injury, the Pacers find themselves written off once more. But here's where it gets controversial. They're embracing this doubt as their driving force. More news. Pacers' Pascal Siakam receives prestigious honor from Indiana. Head coach Rick Carlisle has openly stated that the team is using the skepticism as motivation for the upcoming season. It's going to present a great opportunity in some form. I saw a ranking today placing us around 20th or 21st in the league for next year. That's excellent motivation. We'll have the chance to develop our players with significant playing time, and we're aiming to win, he remarked. The Eastern Conference is expected to be relatively weak next season, and the Pacers believe they can still make a significant impact, even without Haliburton and Miles Turner. Their goal? Simply make the playoffs, where anything can happen. After all, they reached the finals as a 4 seed this season, and the Eastern Conference Finals as a 6 seed the previous year. While their offense may lack the same pace without Haliburton, it remains a formidable force. Their depth will keep them competitive in many games. More news. Pacers Rick Carlisle offers brief reaction to Miles Turner's unexpected departure. Pacers fans are confident that the team will exceed the low expectations of being ranked 20th or 21st in the NBA. They're too talented to miss the playoffs. However, the team's vulnerability lies in the guard position, as they lack depth behind Andrew Nembhard and TJ McConnell, without Haliburton. Count the Pacers out at your own peril. That's the resounding message from Carlisle as they gear up for the new season. More news. Former Pacers All-Star I's NBA return claims to be in better shape than ever. For more updates and insights on the Indiana Pacers, visit Indiana Pacers on SI. Do you think the Pacers can defy the odds again? Share your thoughts in the comments. Rick Carlisle opens up on Pacers' heartbreaking NBA Finals loss and Tyrese Haliburton injury. Heartbreak doesn't get more brutal than this. The Indiana Pacers' 2024 NBA Finals collapse wasn't just a loss. It was a gut punch that left an entire franchise reeling. Head coach Rick Carlisle, in a raw and unfiltered interview on the Greenlight podcast, shattered the myth of moral victories in professional sports, declaring, "Losing at this level, it carves a hole in your soul that never fully heals." But here's where it gets controversial. Can a team truly recover when defeat costs them not just a title, but their entire future? Let's rewind. The Pacers entered the finals as underdogs against the Oklahoma City Thunder, a team stacked with MVP caliber talent. Carlisle's strategy? Turn every game into a street fight, he explained. And it worked until it didn't. Indiana clawed their way to a 3-3 series tie, even catching a chilling glimpse of OKC's premature championship parade buses parked outside their arena before Game 7. "We used it as fuel," Carlisle admitted. "For 48 hours, fans dared to dream." Then, disaster struck. Rising superstar Tyrese Haliburton, the engine of Indiana's offense, collapsed mid-play with a torn Achilles. The arena fell silent. The title slipped away. 1 minute you're strategizing timeouts, Carlisle recalled. The next, you're watching your franchise player crumble in a hallway, sobbing into his crutches. Now, the real crisis begins. Haliburton's season-ending injury isn't just a setback. It's a tectonic shift. The Pacers lost defensive anchor Miles Turner and six-man spark plug Thomas Bryant in free agency, replacing them with unproven projects James Huff and James Wiseman. Can a team built on grit and chemistry survive losing its identity overnight? Carlisle's message cuts deeper than X's and O's. The finals don't care about your almost stories. There's no participation trophy for making it this far. And this is the part most people miss. Indiana's window wasn't just cracked. It might be slammed shut. In today's NBA, where super teams form overnight and rebuilds take years, the Pacers now face a haunting question. Was this their only shot? Controversy alert. Some argue Indiana's front office failed Haliburton by not adding veteran support earlier. Others claim OKC's arrogance, those parade buses, create a psychological edge. Where do you stand? Could this loss actually strengthen the Pacers' resolve long-term? Or has this heartbreak permanently broken their spirit? Sound off below. Meanwhile, the basketball world watches. As Kevin Durant noted earlier this season, Tyrese sees passes nobody else does. But vision means nothing if your body betrays you. For Indiana, the 2025 season isn't about redemption. It's about survival. Because as Carlisle warned, losing the finals isn't a chapter, it's the prologue to an entirely different book. One the Pacers never wanted to write.